The sound of machinery fade behind you as you venture further underground. Whoever built this facility was clearly well financed. Must have taken years to design, excavate, and build a complex like this in secrecy. Let's go kill Adrian and figure out what the hell happened. What's gonna shoot us? Oh, Adrian. This is giving me flashbacks of the first game. The old man behind the glass works feverishly at his console, glancing up at you when he can. A cigarette dangles from his mouth, its bluish smoke curling around his head. An overflowing ashtray sits on the lab table in front of him. The years have not been kind, but his features are instantly recognizable. Despite his age, he still has the strong chin and high cheekbones that you remember from the Green Winters DVD. This is Dr. Adrian Vauclair. As you approach, he stops what he's doing, a look of intense irritation on his face. He clears his throat, and a harsh, rasping sound emerges from the loudspeaker next to the glass. So, you're the Shadowrunners that Audrin warned me about. I assume you've left a trail of corpses in your wake. And you must be Dr. Vauclair. That's right. He scowls. I don't know why you insist on interfering with my work, but I assure you, that's over now. He reaches down, flips a switch. You hear a loud thud and a click behind you as the door locks shut. You'll find that the blast door behind you is sealed, and that the laboratory you occupy is fully secured. An important precaution. We keep our test subjects in there, and they are far more dangerous than you. He takes a drag on his cigarette. I won't permit you to cause any further harm, Shadowrunner. You will remain trapped where you are for your own good. I feel like I can't break this, but I kind of want to try. Yeah. Despite your best effort. Not a thing. The window between us is made of something treated transplast. Do whatever you like to it. You'll find that it is quite unbreakable. The bastard's right. Nothing we carry can even scratch a die coat. That glass is essentially sheathed in diamond. We'd need military grade explosives to crack it. We're stuck in here. Now, he fixes you with a level stare. I want to know why in the hell you've so violently interjected yourself into my business. First, you break into my estate, which you didn't even know was mine, apparently. Then, you spend what must have been a small fortune to track me down. You locate my AI, destroy it, then drive all the way out to the countryside. And finally, you shoot your way into my laboratory, whichever you care to go for. He leans forward, hands on the table, his eyes narrowed into a piercing stare. So I have to ask you, Shadowrunner, who are you, and why in God's name are you here? Yeah, we came to stop Firewing. Vauclair sighs, covers his face with his pale, nicotine-stained hands. To help you stop Feuerschwinge. That is ironic. But yes, you are correct. I am the one who has been hunting you. The one who has sent Apex and Audrin after you. You're going to pay for that, you bastard. Why attack the cruise bazaar, Vauclair? Why kill Paul Amsel? It was necessary to preserve the secrecy of my work. For the greater good of all. I know I have wronged you, and for this I am sorry. He sighs a long, rattling sigh that quickly turns into a violent fit of coughing. The sound echoes over the loudspeaker. He collects himself and continues. I don't expect you to understand, nor do I have time to explain it to you. He straightens, glances back at the screen to his side, and nods curtly. Now, I must know. How did you learn that I was still alive? How did you even know to look for me? Did someone send you? Brother got us into this mess. Yeah, let's talk about his brother. My brother? Hermie? It's been years. Have you seen him? How is he? His brow furrows. He takes a step toward you impatiently. Well? He was digging too deep, so Apex killed him. He slumps back into the chair next to him, his body shaking. I didn't... He's suddenly overcome by another fit of coughing. He steadies himself on one arm of the chair. Apex. He clutches his chest. I should have never trusted that thing. He closes his eyes, and a tear traces its way down the gaunt hollow of his cheek. Oh, Hermie, the things I've sacrificed. All for this. All for Panacea. All for tonight. What is it? Please tell me. Panacea is my life's work. A permanent solution to an age-old problem. Okay, so his weird doom thing, it would mean an end of the dragons. Not just Feuerschwinge. All dragons. You had a bad experience with one dragon, now you want to wipe out an entire species. Vauclair fumbles in his pockets, produces a fresh cigarette. He lights it with shaking hands and breathes in deeply. The orange glow of the cigarette flares bright. When he exhales, the words spill out with the smoke. The Firewing burned and murdered and caused untold damage in her bestial rage. Until the Dragonfall. Until I stopped her. But that destruction was merely a symptom of a greater cancer. Feuerschwinge wrought destruction with fire and claw. The dragons of today, Vauclair, Dunkelzahn, said that... Why do you make me... Oh, the words. Anyways, they kill and conquer with subtler tools. Deception, manipulation, corruption. He spits with disgust. They use us as pawns, playing pieces, puppets in their millennia-long machinations. Oh yes, dragons are a cancer. One that will conquer, or worse, destroy all of humanity if we do not stop it. One that metasized when the world awakened. An ironic metaphor, since it was the failing of my own body that allowed me to see it. You're doing something horrendous and I have to stop you. Vauclair clenches his jaw. I am doing what is necessary. And in case you've forgotten, you are trapped and powerless to do anything. He trembles, racked again by violent coughing. As the coughing subsides, he takes another long drag on his cigarette, the ash creeping closer and closer towards his mouth. I'm sorry, Hermie. I'm sorry that you won't be able to see it for yourself. I'm sorry I failed you. Vauclair turns his attention back to the computer, stubbing out his cigarette. He grabs a fresh one from the pack and lights it. Tonight I will release my panacea to the world. And how absurd that the instrument of dragonkind's destruction... He presses a button on the terminal, and a large observation window at the far end of the room rises slowly to open. Will be carried by the Feuerschwinge herself. Jesus, what? Okay. Through the glass, you see the prostrate form of a dragon far below. An enormous set of shackles binds it, and a maze of tubes snakes into its body. The tubes connect to a cruel-looking apparatus that has been mounted to the wall. Son of a bitch. Look at that. He found her alive in the SOX after all. Tonight, the Firewing will fly again. Infected with the panacea, she will slowly be destroyed from within. But before that happens, she will provide the catalyst for global transmission of the virus. Catalyst? What catalyst? As if spurred by the sight of the dragon below, he begins typing furiously at his terminal. Feuerschwinge's fire will carry the agent in its dormant state. Any metahumans exposed will become carriers. Will spread the disease to other dragons. The carriers will be infected with panacea as well, but will not harm them. To non-dragons, it is a nuisance, nothing more. When a critical mass of carriers is achieved, my panacea will become unstoppable. It will spread across the globe in a relentless tide. However, if it does not reach its critical mass, it will fizzle, die out, become inert. Hence the need for a ground zero, a flashpoint for a mass infection event. He looks to the ceiling, mumbling to himself. I'm sorry, Hermie. I know how you loved your flux state, but that doesn't matter now. It must be Berlin. What? No. No. Let's not sick the Firewing on Berlin. To save the world, yes. For Panacea to work, Berlin must burn. A sacrifice, one for the greater good. Feuerschwinge will breathe her infected fire upon Berlin. Thousands will die, and through that destruction, the virus will take to the air. A critical mass of Berlin's meta-human population will be exposed, but no one will even think to quarantine the city until it's too late. The flux state lacks any centralized authority. Corporations will evacuate their own. Thousands will flee to the city, infected. Oh yes, Hermie, Berlin will be the perfect flashpoint. It wasn't supposed to happen tonight, no, but this little intervention of yours leaves us no choice. So, let us see. Tonight's wind patterns dictate that ground zero will be something. Nope, not doing it. Highly populated. The virus will spread quickly enough from there. It's only a few kilometers from the cruise bazaar. Don't do it, Vauclair. I swear, I will make you hurt if you do, and I will make it last. We all know that's not going to happen. You are trapped in here, impotent to stop this from happening. And it will happen. The old man eyes the cigarette butt in his hand, fishes out another from the pack, and lights it with the first, then returns to the console, reaching to the side for a microphone. He mutters something into the receiver. You can just barely make out the sound of the name, Audrin. When he turns to address you again, his voice is level. The shaking of his hands seem to have subsided. Security will be here soon, and they will take care of you. Do not worry, you will not be harmed. The sacrifice that I'm making tonight is a necessary evil. It cannot be helped. But so long as you remain confined, I see no reason to kill you. Yeah, that's just mass murder. Was it mass murder when America dropped the atomic bomb on Japan? The myopic would say yes, just as you are now. But they did it for a cause, to shorten the agony of war, to save thousands upon thousands of soldiers. I do the same, for the good of the world. Except we're not at war with dragons, not buying it. Murder is murdered. Call it what you will. What I do will prevent a greater evil from taking place. Humanity was born to reproduce, to multiply. But dragons were born to acquire, to accumulate, to hoard. Both strive to bend the world to their will. Humanity has conquered the air, land, and sea through sheer numbers. Dragons, however, employ different means altogether. Throughout history, they have allowed us to do the heavy lifting, while they pull the strings. There are 17 great dragons in the world today. 17 ancient worms, millennia old, slowly dividing the planet into 17 piles of gold to nest upon, in front of our eyes. Once upon a time, they burned castles to steal the treasure we collected, laid waste to entire armies. But here in the sixth world, it is no longer about tooth and claw and fiery breath. It is now it's public relations, marketing, mergers, and acquisitions. You see it every day. Dragons on the Tridio, in the boardrooms, they gather influence, wealth, power, continually hoarding, until one of them sits atop it all. Perhaps not in this cycle of the world, perhaps not the next, but one day, one worm will stand alone, triumphant, with all of humanity as its cattle, with all of the world as its prize. And that I will not allow. Okay, like, how are you going to get it? Gestures to his left. She has no choice. The gaunt woman in the containment cell stands rigidly, her face pressed against the glass, her haunted yellow eyes tracking your every move. She appears frightened, disoriented, lost. Her mouth moves silently, her voice muted by the glass cage. So the stories Green Winters found were true. Feuerschwinge's astral form was separated from her body when she fell. Okay. You trapped it somehow. Yes. But that came later. In 2012, we took down Feuerschwinge with an experimental weapon. This device, suffice to say, I couldn't fully predict how it would affect her. In 2036, I led a search team into the SOX. I had to know what really happened to the creature that I had slain. We found her alive, in a way. The dragon's astral form, her spirit, you might say, had been ripped from her body by the weapon. It was trapped inside a young woman living in the SOX. A mob of glowpunks revered her, treated her like a goddess. I transported the young woman and the dragon's body here, where I could study them. You mean that she's been in that cell for almost 20 years? No choice. A creature separated from its astral form cannot live more than a few hours before both die. It was the high-intensity radiation of the SOX combined with the magical creature inside her that allowed the woman to live for as long as she has. So, the environment within her containment chamber mirrors that of the SOX. It has allowed us to keep Feuerschwinge alive all these years, while her bestial shell remains chained up below. Now, as for her physical form, that will be simple as well. We've drilled a series of electrical charges directly into her skull. When we release the Firewing's body, empty of her astral self, we will trigger all of the vicious instincts and primal urges left in her reptile brain. She will unleash her fire where we command it. Astral dragon stuck in a chair. Okay. Summarize as you wish. History will prove me right. Nevertheless, I am done discussing this with you. Firewing must fly. Berlin must be sacrificed, and it must be done tonight. Now, where is that damned Audrin? Yeah, he's kind of just crazy. I get it, but also I don't want him to win. He's killed so many people just because. There has to be a better way, Vauclair. There has to be. I'm a man of science, Shadowrunner. A better path may exist, but I do not know what that is. I wish that I didn't have to sacrifice so many. I wish that Hermie didn't have to die. But this solution is here, now, in my hands, and I choose to take it. And here comes Audrin. Oh, Audrin. Good. It's about time you showed up. Sorry, Doctor. We were waking up the dragon's physical form. It requires some care. But the procedure is ready to begin now. You should see to it. The orc sneers at you from behind the glass, his scarred features writhing in the dancing light of Vauclair's monitor. Looks like you trapped the thugs who were attacking the manor. Yes, they won't be a problem any longer, but with Apex gone, our security is still compromised. Best we hurry. Oh, and Audrin, don't forget to clean the containment unit after. The virus will kill Firewing along with the rest, and when it does, her astral form will perish as well. Human host or no. We're going to stop you, Vauclair. We'll find a way. And we'll make it painful. Everything's ready in the chamber, Dr. Vauclair. I think you should start the procedure yourself. Yes, my friend. It is time, Hermie. Let's do some good. I will begin the infusion process. Audrin, please make sure our guests here are securely locked away before you come down. I am sorry, Orcish slave. Sorry for your friend Paul Amsel. Sorry for Frau Schaffer. Sorry for the cruise bazaar. Sorry for Berlin. I wish there was another way. I think you get off on this. Nah. I were planning to destroy entire species. Kind of. A little bit. And what do you presume to know of dragons? I've spent my entire life studying them. Those in power manipulating those who are not. Perhaps I am. But for one difference. I am a man. I am finite. A man can gather power, wield it for his lifetime, but nothing more. His work will fade, lost to the inevitable entropy that decays all. Oh, he may create a dynasty that will stand for a time, but his dust will not reap its benefit, or will not reap, sorry. Blah, blah. Dragons. Dragons are immortal. Time means little to them. What they will, and no power can truly stop them unless it's death itself. War, plague, famine, natural disaster, setbacks. Merely setbacks. Avarice, eternal. No, Shadowrunner, I am not one of them. No more than you are. Vauclair looks down for a long moment, then turns and exits the room. Well, shit. So we can break her out, maybe. We'll see what happens. Hi again. Long time. How's Amsel doing? That hole in his brain pan heal up okay? Taunt all you want. If we get out of here, you'll wish you'll never set foot in the cruise bazaar. Afraid that's not going to happen. This lab's locked down tight, like the doc said. The test subjects that they keep in here don't play well with others. Dangerous, nasty things. They don't smell great either. But you'll see for yourself in a second. I probably got family in Berlin. Dr. Vauclair's my family, asshole. He's a great man, a man of vision. And I'm gonna make sure that his vision becomes reality. He checks the monitor. Listen, I gotta go. Have fun with the test subjects while I'm gone. He grins and flips a switch on the console. You hear the hiss of doors sliding open nearby. If you're still alive when I get back, I'll put a bullet in you, or something. Oh, right then. I'm worried. So let's do that. Let's maybe slap a medkit on you. Can I super quickly haste that and then reduce incoming damage? Do I have a clear shot? I could have a better shot. There we go. Boom. Boom. punchy fisty face. Let's see what damage I can do from a range. Apparently not enough. So that's gonna take 3. So let's pop Killing Hands and try and punch him. Okay. It's door number 2. Crud. Let's continue punching, I guess. Please? Yes? Oh, so he explodes when he dies. That's not fun. Why did I play a melee build again? Shit. That door is going to open eventually, so let's... Probably going to be immune to that. Well, maybe not. Lots of misses. Let's just try and get a couple shots in. Maybe some extra damage, who knows. Don't know why I try that. Don't try this at home, kids. With bullets. Medical supplies are on the wall. Okay. 1, a 2. Ooh, crits. That's totally, yeah, that's totally just gonna explode. Gonna take some ongoing. Oh, righty then. Punch. More explodey bits. Let's start moving. You heal yourself. Let's actually toss that on Glory, I guess. Reduce some incoming damage again. And apparently just miss a bucket of shots. Fuck. It's really sad when I miss all of that. Okay. Let's super aim. Okay. I have no more. So let's end that. Alright, let's stop critting. Oh my god, really? Okay. Let's try to punch. As always. Clearly that's the answer to everything. Just punch it. How much health does it have? 24? Just enough to kill it. Hurt myself. So with that, I could... No, I don't think it's worth it. Sorry. Lots of misses. Again. Painful. So I could... No, I can't actually shoot her. That's fine. She comes up to the target, so it's kind of weird. Kind of just want to try. Minus AP always works. Always a good feeling. Toss that on somebody. And let's just go break his armor. No? Okay. If I get Dietrich to pick up the medical supplies. Okay, that works. So now he should just have medical kit to use on Iger. And then I guess just maybe, hopefully, punch him down. Or not. Miss. Miss. I have a 60% chance to hit. Like, come on. Can't be that bad. Fucking finally, okay. Let's go talk to the strange woman. The gaunt woman paused at the glass at your approach. Her haunted yellow eyes track your every move. When you activate the intercom, a green light activates inside the containment cell, and she flinches up at it, startled. Feuerschwinge? A small voice whispers through the lips that barely move. It sounds hoarse and awkward, like a rusty lock. Help. Please. Help. How do I free you? I don't see an instrument panel for this. The guts. Find the guts. By my body. A machine. Machine that keeps me trapped in this jar, this bubble, this prison. Break it. Break it. Break it. This place is sealed tight. I know a way to free yourself. Then you can help me. A deal. A deal if you agree to free me. Let's think this through. Be careful. Tell you what. You help me out of here, and I'll see what I can do. The woman nods enthusiastically. I will help you. Grant you release. And you will repay me in kind. Yes, yes, yes. You can escape from this room. There is a panel in the floor. There is. You can drop down. Find your way into the guts of this place. There, by my body, is the machine. Break it, break it, break it. Switch off the intercom and walk away. Okay, so we can go down, I guess. See what crazy crap we get into. Is there anything on this wall? I just want to check before I leave. Nope, we're good. I don't want to help a dragon? Just saying.